Dr. Jak Beula Dodd. He is a British artist and entrepreneur specialising in African-centred products and concepts for the education, leisure and entertainment industries. He has been an author, columnist, songwriter, musician, model and social worker.
What?
Dr. Jak...
Did you say model?
Yes, I did.
I wonder if the man going to model upon us today.
I'm sure he will do, Kaz.
It looked like him a model already.
However, he's best known for inventing that multi-award-winning board game series Nubian Jak. He also has an app. He's also the founder of the Nubian Jak Community Trust, NJCT, and is the only tribute plaque and sculpture scheme focused on memorialising the historic contributions of black and minority ethnic people in Britain and beyond.
Yo, listen.
What an honour.
You know what, Dr. Jak, before you come in, right, we just need to go. We just need to make it all mad out here. Yo!
Big up your status.
Big up yourself, Dr. Jak. Go on and bad out there for the community. You're good without a wig. Did you hear Miss T? Okay, maybe he didn't quite like that joke there, but how you doing, sir? How are you doing on this Friday?
Man. Thank you so much for having me on your show and your wonderful, gorgeous co-host, and it's great to see you've kept your clothes on. Beautiful, love it.
What did you really want us to just? We couldn't do that during daytime, you know.
No, you did. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, next time,
We did it in rehearsal. But okay, we're live now. But
have I missed something?
Yeah, you did, babe. It was late.
You did. You did.
It was a lot.
Okay.
So how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us this evening. So we're going to go straight into it. We're actually playing your track underneath us. I Have a Song.
Okay. That's beautiful. Are you going to play the short version, the long version?
Well, I've only got one version at this present moment, but we're going to be talking about this very shortly. But before we go into this, into your track, which is playing under us, I Have a Song, we just want to find out a bit about you. What was your childhood like? What was your upbringing
My
like?
childhood?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was beautiful, actually. I was born in West London in a place called Paddington.
Right.
The same hospital as Prince, the future king, which is George and Sophie and all of that. And it was really nice. It was a lovely, Kaz, it was a lovely childhood. I was brought up in a religious household by my grandmother, and everything was hunky and rosy in the garden, as it were.
Okay. So what's your background in terms of, you know, you said you was brought up in Paddington, but where's your parents from?
So may I yard you?
Yeah. So when you say yard you, come on now, because not everybody understand that terminology. You get me?
So, and I'm a doctor, so I should be able to express myself with a proper vernacular. So right. So I was born. My parents are from. My mother's from from Trelawney, and my father's from Clarendon.
Okay, so you're from Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah. My grandmother's from St. Elizabeth.
Oh, St. Elizabeth. Okay. Yeah, I've been to St. Elizabeth. I know Trelawney very well. And Clarendon, hit and miss. That country, don't? As well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's where Usain Bolt from. A strong blood, you know, we've got the strong genes there. Okay. And we're kind of like maroon, really.
Yes.
A lot of us are got the maroon lineage.
Have you been to Okapong? Where the
I've been to Okapong now. That doesn't ring a bell in Trelawney for me.
Yeah, so it's more going up to the hills.
Okay. Oh, up in the hill there. No, I haven't been there, but I haven't been to that part. But I actually define myself as a Jamaican, even when I was born in England. I do see myself as a Jamaican, an African, but of Jamaican lineage. Mm-hmm. And I'm very proud to be a British Jamaican Londoner who supports Arsenal.
And supports Arsenal.
Complicated.
All right. So anybody that supports any other team other than Arsenal, don't be offended. He just supports Arsenal. Okay.
Absolutely.
So, Dr. Jak, I love that you're a doctor. Could you tell me a bit more about is it a doctorate? What did you get your doctorate in, please?
It is, yes. It's in Black British Studies at Goldsmiths. What is there to say? Ask me and I'll tell you.
Okay. So in terms of you getting into doing Black History Studies, what motivated you? What drove you to actually go there?
Really good question. Yeah, so let me tell you how it starts. background as a social worker. I was a qualified social worker. I did a degree in social work, and I started working with a lot of, young Black youth, a lot of young people, not just Black youth, but people who subscribed and bought into Black culture. But unfortunately, the culture that they bought into wasn't Black culture. It was like urban culture, and a lot of the Black youths, didn't necessarily have positive role models.
Can you differentiate the urban to the Black history? Because I think we need to get that understanding.
Exactly. So what I mean by urban culture, I meant like popular culture, like getting their culture from the media, like, particularly music, particularly like subcultural strands, fashion, wearing our clothes a certain way or wearing their clothes a certain way, speaking a certain way, walking a certain way, buying into certain, I will frankly put it this way, mythical role models, the role models that were brought to them on the back of certain types of music, and they bought into that without having the alternative. There's nothing wrong in supporting and perhaps even buying into certain cultures. I particularly love rap myself, but at least I have a counter argument to those images, and these young people didn't.
Right.
And and at the time I thought, okay, let's go with this, and I wanted to produce a board game which gave them the role models that they admired, but also their role models that they didn't know.
Right.
So I would mix, so I would mix at the time Biggie and Tupac with Marcus Garvey and Bernie Graham and Claudia Jones and so forth and so on. And that's how I got into Black history as such. And then I kind of drilled down a little bit and decided to concentrate on Black British history. And my first board game was called Nubian Jak.
Right, of course.
Because it was a flip. It was a flip on Union Jack. That's where the Nubian Jak comes from. And the rest is history, as they say.
Dr. Jak, when was that released, the board game, please?
So that was first released or introduced in 1994, but it was introduced in 1994, November, but it was released in January 95. The reason I say introduced, because I initially produced 1,000 copies, and the 1,000 copies sold out in 6 weeks, and that's what started this whole journey. It exploded, the press got hold of it, and as I say, we have continued to redefine, or at least try to redefine what it means to be Black. Yeah,
big up yourself, mate. That's big things, 1,000, and it just gets sell out 6 weeks. Yo, that's big things.
In 6 weeks, sis. Well, you know what it is? It's not even me bigging up myself, but that's what happened. And what happens is, first of all, dream work makes it teamwork, and or teamwork makes the dream work. It's always a group effort. Any success you see or have or witness, there's always others behind the success of that story, and I'm just one of those people who have got a fantastic team behind me.
Of course, but you've also been classified as one of the 100 greatest Black Britain. I mean, so that's big, in terms of what you've achieved and what you're still doing, especially within our community. So, we want to salute you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so
Can I say,
welcome.
Kaz? I don't know the name of your co-host, and I want to know her name.
Miss T. Miss T. She's going to give you tea.
Okay. Beautiful, Miss T.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so going back to the board games, going back to Nubian Jak board game, can our listeners and those who are actually watching us live, how can they actually purchase the board game? Is it still available? Is it on your website? Is it online, Amazon, etc.?
Fantastic. So I stopped selling the board game about 10 years ago, because what I did, I sold it. First of all, I've sold 120,000 copies of the board game. I started to selling it in the US, and it did extremely well. I got ripped off. I got to tell the real story. Got ripped off, and I decided to concentrate on public realm, which is plaques and statues. And frankly, I got really excited about the work that I currently find myself doing, because the wonderful thing about plaques and statues, once you've put them up, they're there forever, or they're there for a long time.
And is this the Nubian Jak Community Trust, NJCT, yeah? Okay,
that's
cool.
correct. Yeah. So that's the scheme that we operate under. and we to date have done 65 plaques, 2 statues. I'm also a sculptor. You understand?
I
So we've
love
done
your
that.
sculptures.
Do you like them?
Yes.
I love
that's
them.
beautiful.
She actually
It's-
does like them. The one outside Whittington Hospital, she absolutely loves
Oh my
it.
goodness!
Yes, I'd like to
Seen it?
know.
Oh, beautiful.
I'd like to know where
stuff.
you drew your inspiration from, please.
So there's the publishable truth, which is inspiration. Remember, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, so these inspirations come from a higher forces, and I'm just a conduit, like all of us. Like I'm sure, you know, you and Kaz do get inspired in certain ways, and so that's cosmic when you get these sorts of inspirations. But then I am a supporter of homeopathic remedies, Yovas. So there are wonderful ways one can be inspired going down the homeopathic route. And I used to be a sole trader in homeopathic remedies on the front line in Ladbroke Grove some time ago when I used to have dreadlocks.
When you used to have dreadlocks.
Thank you. I was just like, no.
Yeah. I used to be a model. When I had my dreadlocks, that's when I used to model. I used to model for an agency called Uglies. I was the face of Interflora for like 3.5 years or something. None of it means anything, frankly. But it is often quite a trip to see that your image is used to sell. In this case, was flowers, which is bizarre.
That's beautiful.
There you go.
Absolutely. Don't knock it.
Your face will be synonymous with flowers. That's amazing.
And you'll still be remembered in that way.
And obviously your other things.
It could have been worse.
Definitely could be worse. Okay, so it's amazing in terms of with the statues and with the plaques that you've done 65. How does one actually get selected to be able to have a plaque with their details? Yeah. How is that? What is the credential? What's the criteria? Can I get one?
Beautiful question. That's a beautiful question. So first of all,
can I get one?
I wouldn't. I was going to answer that. I wouldn't want to give you a plaque because most of the people who have been honoured are deceased. Beloved sister.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
So I'll get one when I pass.
Exactly. But in truth, there are different criterias, and how to answer your question properly. There is a panel. So we have a panel, and we go through a meritorious a process involving meritocracy is what I was trying to say, and we kind of decide who is best to be honoured at a certain time. So I'll give an example. We try to honour people on anniversaries, so it kind of has a resonance, if you like, and we also like to bring important people who perhaps are not better known. So, for instance, I'd rather do a plaque to, Ida B. Wells than Michael Jackson, for instance,
right?
Because we know, you understand, to get a point.
Yes,
Michael
totally.
Yes.
Probably.
Because he's already recognised worldly, etc.
Exactly.
Whereas somebody else may not recognise the individual or know of their work. So it's obviously acknowledging that person. That makes so much sense. Yeah.
And we're trying to do more women as well. So I deliberately mentioned Ida B. Wells because we've done her in Birmingham. So by the way, this whole mission is not just confined to London. So we've spread all over the British Isles, and we have also got our first international plaque in Wales, and we're about to do 2 plaques, which is going to define or be another gear shift for our organization. We're going to America to do a plaque to Martin Luther King and Marcus Garvey. Now, let me just quickly elaborate on that, because those are 2 examples of people who are very well known. Yeah, of course they are. But you know what? The plaque we're doing to Martin Luther King on the 19th of November is the 20-year-old Martin Luther King. This is the plaque that brings Martin Luther King into activism, and nobody knows that story. He's 20 years old, and I want to elaborate about the story. So that we're doing that, and then we're doing a plaque to the Dons of Dons, yeah, Marcus Messiah Garvey. And let me tell you, Miss T and Kaz, Marcus Garvey is hardly known in America.
Huh? Really? But but Malcolm X came from that whole teaching from Marcus Garvey, right? And his parents.
And beautiful. And that's why Marcus Messiah has to be honoured, because they all came from that. Martin Luther King, who we're honouring, Kwame Nkrumah. and we could go on forever. But Marcus Garvey is not taught in schools. You can only learn Marcus Garvey when you go to university. Trust this.
Okay, but that makes sense. To be quite honest, I wasn't taught about none of this, and my parents, I mean, I'm not knocking my parents. Parents, I know you're listening, but don't come for me, yeah? But I know obviously Marcus Garvey's Jamaican, so I didn't know about Marcus Garvey until in my 40s. That's when I started to learn about, his work and what he's done and what he's all about in terms of, we have to basically just do for ourselves, etc. So I didn't really understand about Marcus Garvey until later on. And it's also about the people that I have around me as well that's been educating me as well. And people like yourself, because even when I go into your website, I will say this in terms of where you have your plaques and you have the names of the individuals like Claudia Jones, you click into it, you get the whole information, the whole history about that individual. I think it's absolutely amazing. How much time do you spend on research? Because that research is thorough.
First thing I got to say, my floor hit the ground when you said when you're into your 40s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the screen get bigger and it can't get any bigger. You look remarkable, sis.
They say black no crack,
Exactly. So, you look very nice, definitely.
Very nice.
And so do you, Miss T.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a year older than Kaz, actually.
No way! Mm-hmm. No way! Okay, sorry. I am...
it looked like you both on the top.
We look after ourselves,
All right,
you both look very nice. Okay, right. So it does take a lot of work and it does take a lot of research, and the wonderful thing is to make that research accessible to our masses, which is what the board game was about, and the books that I've written as well, is to make all of this information accessible in a user-friendly, fun format. And also that's what the plaques are about, to stay on that theme. When you can condense and make concise in like 21 words the story of why this person lived here, it entices and inspires people to go and research and do more. And that plaque or those plaques are permanent. They're Miss T. They're there on the wall every day. Even now, as we're here doing an interview, somebody's walking past a Nubian Jak and having a look at it. And it's not about Nubian Jak, it's about the people we're honouring. So again, for instance, Kaz, I put a plaque on the Foreign Office. The Foreign Office. Can you imagine? They had a man called Ignatius Sancho, right? Who in the 18th century had a house there. They knocked the house down and built the Foreign Office there. And they didn't think someone like me would come along and say, no. We have to recognise and punctuate that point, that spot. And that's what I do with my great team and with Ja and the ancestors and with Destiny and Opportunity. I'll continue to do that.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I think
amazing.
It's just so powerful, because you're digging deep into the history and it's people like ourselves. We don't know nothing about this, and you obviously got this team. I mean, in terms of your team, did you select the team, or was it a thing where you just allowed the universe to just bring forward a team for you to work with?
That is exactly what happens. So it's like Maltesers. No, not like Maltesers. It's like fruit pastels. My daughter doesn't like yellow fruit pastels and the green ones. So if I buy a pack of fruit pastels, I'm always going to get green and yellow at the top. As in the pack, right? If it's got red and all the rest of it, she'll eat all of that. And those are like people that are magnetized to you. So sometimes people come, the old adage, reason, season, lifetime. Sometimes people come for a moment in time and they're there and they fill a void and their talents are wonderful and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Just like eating comet, just flashing out in 3D. And this convoluted answer is to say that the universe brings people to you and they have talents which fulfill a particular time and space. And there's others like wonderful Sister Kisheni, who's my right-hand lady, who's been around for too long. She bosses me around. She actually thinks she's the boss now.
She's the boss.
Quite surreal. She is. That guy can't do that. I get it right. I couldn't do it without her. but don't tell her. But I've got lots of people like that, male and female. I've got a board of trustees, wonderful group of a potpourri of very talented and gifted people who support the work, which is much greater than ISIS. That's what it's all about. So we're here on borrowed time.
Yes.
We're living in 3D. We're deceased much longer than we're alive. So nothing's off bounds for me. I will put a plaque on the UN building if I get a chance. But right now, my next 2 plaques are to as I said, my next 2 international plaques are to Marcus Garvey on the headquarters in Philadelphia.
Brilliant.
and Martin Luther King in Camden, New Jersey.
So
I'm enjoying it.
I noticed, I went onto your Instagram page and I noticed that your children, you have 3 and they gave you a plaque, Daddy. So.
Okay. Been reading it, have you?
I did read it. Of course I did. I we try to be thorough in our research as well. So we visited your page and it's awesome, obviously. Do your children, please tell us a little bit about your children and how they get involved with what you're doing, please.
That's a good question. So I have 3 children, a 30-year-old, a 23-year-old, and a 19-year-old. They're all beautiful. They're all beautifully bright and beautiful as well, and their mother's beautiful as well. And she's just there in the background there.
Does she want to say hi?
Kissing her teeth.
She kissed her teeth. She kissed her teeth after you.
Rolled up into the kitchen. Anyway.
Big up wife.
Leave that one alone. Exactly. No, we leave that one alone. And what it is, we're having our kitchen extended at the moment, and the whole house is kind of upside down.
Can you imagine?
And she's telling me I shouldn't be telling the world. So
it's okay.
You know what? I feel to walk with the phone over here, make people want me to live with.
Listen, you know what? We rate you for giving us your time, because I know, especially when you're having decoration done and everything, mate, you just feel like your life is upside down. So thank you so much for giving us this time.
8 o'clock in the morning. These guys.
And holy dust, innit?
It's like, hello, bruv. And they come in tomorrow. And I actually said to them, I beg you, brethren, don't come before 9 o'clock tomorrow on Saturday. Real talk.
They're going to come at 7:30 a.m.
The quicker they get in, the quicker they get out.
Exactly, that's true. But come on, it's weekend. Give me a break. They'll be here on Sunday as well. If they, there's that kind of group. But I'd rather recycle the black pound. So this is it is what it is, as they say.
One of our listeners is saying, Dee Dee, she's saying you have done amazing work. She really enjoys everything that you're doing and what you represent, and she just wanted to say, big up yourself.
Oh, and we have Mr. Riggs.
Mr. Riggs in the building.
Mr. Riggs is in the chat and he's saying, yes, my brother, long time. Big up yourself.
Respect.
Yeah,
enough respect. Tell him enough love. Yeah, thank you. Look, I could keep saying it's a group effort. You don't grow up saying, I want to put up plaques. You fall into these things, Kaz, and then you have to go with it. You have to be the conduit. You have to be receptive enough to know or to be inspired to do certain people. You understand? I'll give you an example. When we did the New Cross Fire, that's been the biggest plaque we did, and we shut down New Cross.
Wow.
And
that was an epic thing to do. The fact that nothing's been sold.
And nothing's been sold.
How many years later? It's still very raw. So thank you so much from the bottom of the community's heart for doing that, because I know that it's a very, very sore subject.
My sister, when you do, I will tell you this, there is a privilege in doing what we're doing, right? And you become exposed to certain bits of information. And clearly, there's a responsibility we have when we have that information. And all I will say is, sadly, it is not what we think. The current story that we have is kind of best kept that way, because everything about the whole New Cross Fire was racist. Every single thing about but there's another aspect to it which has got a sting in the tail. It's amazing. It's like, only, certain people are aware of that. So
would you like to share, or is that something?
Is there a book?
I'm not going to share that.
Is it in a book?
I'm not going to share that.
No.
No, it's not
too
in the
sensitive.
book. It says it's a sensitive. Sometimes you have to be responsible, that's what. Don't push me on that. I know you the women are journalists and you're trying to get us to
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even a journalist. I'm not even qualified like that. I'm just asking questions.
I'm just honoured that you even say that. Thank you.
Just
I will take that accolade. Thank you.
I will take the accolade, but we have not been trained. We're just gifted by the Almighty.
You are.
Yeah.
Brilliant broadcasters. Yeah, you're fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Riggs is always just mentioned also is that you're the foundation for his tours that he does in the UK. So he basically couldn't do that without you.
I'm going to get my lawyer onto the phone. Tell Mr. Riggs I'm getting my lawyer. I want my 10%.
He's walking out, he's taking a tour, telling people, all the places where the plaques are. So that's amazing. Keep up the great work.
Yeah. And likewise, keep up the great work, because that's what we want to do, for people to know these spaces and places and recognize them and create their own tours and let everybody know. And let everybody, black and white, share our common heritage, our common, when you start talking about, we put a plaque up on Hadrian's walls, Miss T. Hello? Hadrian's wall, we were given special permission to put a plaque up to. Do you know who?
No.
Kaz?
No.
Okay. There was a black Roman emperor called Septimius Severus, who run things from York. When did he die? He died in
York,
189 AD.
In what?
No,
how much AD? Hold on a second. Did you say AD? So why they try and go on say we only just come back in the transatlantic slavery?
No, we've been here.
Well, they're talking about the Windrush now. We just come on the Windrush. No, sweet. We were here at the time of the Romans. This black Roman emperor was protecting England from the invading Celts, built the wall, Hadrian's Wall, and protected the Scots from coming into northern Britain. And that was done by, remember, in those times, colour wasn't seen. I have to say he was mixed race, he was mixed parentage, right? But go look him up. Septimius Severus, a bad boy, rude boy, soldier,
general. Check him out still. I'm definitely going to go and check him out. I'm definitely going to check him out. Thank you, because, so every show that we do, we listen to the replay. So me, I'll get down the name and everything else and check him out and just get to understand about these individuals for myself. But there's another question I wanted to ask you, because obviously, you have created a phenomenal legacy in addition to our community. Who else would you like to see to be educated, and how do you see that unrolling? Like, for example, like exhibitions, workshops, roadshows, etc.
Okay, so there's many ways, many disciplines, many activities we could do to highlight our experiences. So obviously there's books, there's apps, there's posters, there's exhibitions, there's symposiums, there's conferences. I'm just a small player in a field of players who are using every medium, social media, film, music, whatever's available, art, in so many ways, like your good selves, because you doing this broadcast and interviewing me is allowing me to share with you so others can hear.
Absolutely.
And your show goes around. Yeah, your show, although it's called, iLive UK, it goes around the world because it's
we're in that chat show on iLive UK platform.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to share spaces, share mediums. But with the name Jak, you can imagine that I am master of many. And I'm happy to continue to use this and these mediums to share black magic.
Of course, beautiful. I love that.
Oh gosh, sorry. Let me just check me.
So we talked about like the criteria we didn't really touch it. You kind of touch it like in terms of the criteria to be given to be honoured a plaque. So what is the criteria? Because I know you made a comparison with Michael Jackson. Can't remember the other individual's name that you did mention. That's how much.
Ida B. Wells. But you know what? That's such a beautiful question, and you're right for getting me to drill down on it. So here's the thing. I've had people approach me and have said, Kaz, Jak, my mum worked in the NHS for 30 years. Can you do a plaque to her? My auntie was a pioneer in fostering and adoption. My dad worked on the railways for 25 years and helped to build a such and such bridge. Can you do? And sadly, I have to do another plaque. I have to have another tier of plaques, because the answer is, alas, no. That's not the criteria for receiving a Nubian Jak plaque. And plus, I have a board, as I said. No, the criteria, which is what you're asking, is you should have done something remarkable, and it should have touched the nation nationally.
Right.
That's kind of my criteria, yeah. But you don't have to be known.
Right.
And clearly you don't have to be known, but you would have to have done something which is changed the course of history in some sort of way. Yeah.
Is there,
So
Yeah, go on.
is there a way that, for example, if I was to know of a individual
yes, perfect.
that I could send to you and you would go
Nominate.
through your nominate
100%, 100%. Because we
Fabulous.
don't know it.
Because then obviously
we
you don't
know it
actually
all.
know it all. That's right. Yeah, I get that. So, in terms of your new book that you do have out, right, and which is your prize that you've sponsored to us, and we're very, very appreciative, The Nurse in a Nation. So can you give us a bit more insight in regards to your new book that is actually out,
I can.
available for sale?
Kind of got my
Do you have nurses in your family?
I have one here, which those online can. Where's the camera? Is it over here?
We
No,
can see
that's
you
not-
anyway.
Yeah.
So if you just put it,
You see
just put it right in the middle.
Ah, there you go.
right
Can
in
you
the
see
middle
that?
for you. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see the Nurse in a Nation.
That's called Nurse Nation. Look at that cover,
That
Miss
is a
T.
beautiful
Yeah.
cover. I'm
That's
glad you,
beautiful.
because I was going to, how do you reading my mind? I love
It's
the
absolutely
cover.
beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's symbolic. We didn't want to put a particular person's face. We wanted to use a metaphor, and this is a metaphor of a lady with a lamp. And we know who was initially given that title. This book is called Nurse in a Nation, an anthology of African and Caribbean contributions to Britain's health service. I'm just reading it to remind myself. You'll never guess who wrote the introduction, Kaz.
Who?
Oh.
I'll give you one chance, right? I'll give you one. Yeah, I'm going to give you one guess. She's a little bit important in this country.
Little bit.
Significantly important.
Is she a nurse herself?
She's not a nurse. She hasn't been feeling well over the last couple of days.
She hasn't been.
The Queen.
Yep.
Was it
Her Majesty Queen
Shut up.
wrote the introduction, and here it is.
So what was she? So
Can you see? You probably can't see that.
Yeah, so you have to read it out. That's what you
Can
read
you
out.
see?
You got the royal seal on it.
Right, you
Do you want me to read it out?
Yes,
Well, you know what?
please.
I'm not going to read it out. Actually, what I can, if you really want me to.
We really
It's
do.
a bit
please.
long. No. Let's leave that.
For
as
those
a-
who buy,
take-
those who
take it
buys
as
the
a
book,
given.
Yeah.
There's the book. Yeah, exactly.
those who
That's
buys the
back
book,
of-
then you
by the
can
way-
get to see what the
Yeah.
Queen say.
Exactly. And by the way, there's a
There's a statue.
The
that I
statue
designed.
that's outside. Oh, you're amazing.
Yeah, I'm not really. It was made out of 16 pieces. 16 pieces.
And where did the stone
guys.
come from?
And the stone came from China,
I know.
actually.
See, look, I read all
Um,
about it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's a wonderful thing. The stone was made out of 16 pieces, and I want to share this with you before we close. 1 and 6 is 7. And the statue is 7 foot high and 7 foot wide. And every one of the 16 pieces is cut to a number divisible by 7. And it's because it represents the 7 decades.
Complete.
It's really important that you understand this. The 7 decades that African people of African heritage have been serving the NHS. I wanted to give people a taste of genius.
You have
I really
to,
wanted
you
to do
have,
that.
with the
And
numerology.
I did an interview for Sky, and they said, "Oh my God, you're like Leonardo da Vinci." They actually said that, and I said, "You're taking the Michelangelo," and I said that live on air.
Good.
And what was their response?
But never mind. That's a very good joke, because when I did it, I thought, "Oh my God, Jack, that's really good. That's really good." Anyway.
Oh my gosh, he's actually hilarious, isn't he?
Jack's got jokes.
Jack's definitely got jokes. Yeah, and anyway, I was going to mention about the joke, behind the scene joke, but guys, remember you asked me, oh, so you have got clothes on? Yeah, that kind of joke. Okay, so we just keep it right there. So do you collaborate with other organisations?
100% we do, and that's the only way to do it.
Right.
Together we are stronger, and most of the plaques you will see, like has got a name of somebody an organization on it, and those are our partners for that particular project. So definitely.
Okay. And do you do tours as well, like for schools and other young people? Or
It's
is
funny
there
you
like
should
a
say that.
booklet
I
of some
don't,
kind?
and what we are doing, we're creating an industry. So I'm really glad that Riggs does his thing. There's Black History
To
Walks, a
studies
brother
as well,
called Tony
yeah.
Warner, awesome brother, lovely man, good friend of mine.
And Black
You
History
got
Studies does it as well. Charmaine and Mark Simpson.
Yeah,
Charmaine and Mark Simpsons, they do it as well. Black History
yeah,
tours.
exactly. Charmaine and
Mark.
Charmaine and Mark. Yes,
Yeah, they
Mark.
was on last
Exactly.
week with us.
Oh, were they on last week?
Yeah, last week.
Awesome, love them.
Yeah, you can catch
Beautiful
a
power
replay when you
couple.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
really
love those
powerful.
couple. Absolutely beautiful. And you got another sister called Avril, you know, does a thing. And then you got, there's quite a few people, you know, you've got Kelly Foster, who, you know, does her thing. So I don't personally do it, is the answer, no.
Okay. But then I suppose you've got other individuals that's doing it already. So
Yeah.
it's not, you can just direct them to certain individuals that you've just mentioned.
Exactly.
So that's a beautiful thing about when you know, even though you are specific in one particular area, but there's enough for everyone to be involved and make a difference.
Yes. Can I give you an example very quickly?
Of course.
It's like the person who designed the car. The original car, he or she didn't know that they were creating a future for the person to design the carburetor or the seatbelt or the stereophonic radio, you know what I mean? Or the brake lights. These are all businesses that come out of the design of the car, which, by the way, the original car was designed by an African-American brother. I think it was a couple of African-American brothers in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah. And Ford got wind of it, and Ford came along and, must be honest, he made it very, very efficient with his quote, "I know a man who does." Henry Ford, in case most of you don't know, didn't read very well, but he was a very bright guy. Because you know what he did, Kaz?
What did he do?
He did what I kind of do, which is, I can't build a kitchen, but I know a couple of brothers
That
who can.
Yeah.
You understand? All I have to do is sell some books, sell some CDs, do some workshops, and I can pay them.
Yeah.
Because they can do it. And that's the answer to your question.
It's a bit like
which
a
I
Mother
forgot what it
Teresa
was.
quote. I think she had a quote talking about, you know, your talent is your talent and my talent is my talent, but together we make something happen. I'm just kind of like paraphrasing it. So it's
Beautiful.
really about that at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? We shouldn't be like, you know, like comparing what somebody else can do and what that person could do, because we're all individually talented and gifted in our own separate way. But when we come together, oh my gosh, like you said, black magic happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Kaz? Dr. Jak has got so many accolades and so many awards. What was your last award, and which one is your favourite?
Oh, that's a brilliant question.
Yeah, it's a lot. You've got a lot.
A lot. Everybody, a lot.
Okay, this sounds so vain. I actually don't remember what my last award was, because I don't. I tell you what it was. I do know, actually. It was a Gold Pencil Award, which was 2 months ago, for a black plaque project. I got it with an agency called Havas, and my current nomination is for the DMA, Data and Marketing Awards. Oh my God. See, these things, please, Ja, it's the truth. Those awards don't mean anything to me. They don't, sis, believe me. They're nice, but they don't, honestly, I don't.
I bet you got a whole room filled with stuff.
Yeah, it sounds pretentious, but that's not where it's at for me. But if I can get that, you understand, then all good. But it means nothing. Now, if you want to give me a Grammy for a single that you're going to play later, then I'll take that.
If we were in
come
control,
on.
we would.
Well, you don't know who could be listening. You know, I'm just saying, you don't know. But before we go, the time is now 5:51, and obviously you're going to stay with us after the ad break. Do you believe a people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots? Marcus Garvey. Do you believe in that quote? What's your views?
Do you believe that you can plant, you can create a plant without the earth, without sunlight, without water? Do you believe that?
No, I don't.
That would be my answer. Of course, it's logical. How can a tree grow without no roots?
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, of course. So people who've got no history, they I could really, but I don't want to go into detail, but this transatlantic episode really did chop off our roots. It really did. And, this is why I love being Jamaican, because Jamaica has so much spirit, so much strength, you understand? And we've got our spirit in spite of ourselves, because I grew up, right, Miss T and Kaz, where my grandma was saying, you want to go to Africa? I won't even tell you what she used to say, right?
I can only
Africa,
imagine. We already know.
We know.
We already know.
You don't know the thing, yeah?
We're from the same
know
households.
Exactly. Yes.
And I have to remind my parents then we are Africans. Anyway, carry on.
Well, even now, Kaz.
Sometimes I have to say in conversation, Mom and Dad, don't come for me, But I'm just saying, every now and then I have to just say, listen,
Okay. And that's an example of us, our root being uprooted, our tree being uprooted, and us thinking, okay, since it was uprooted, this is an African tree being planted in Jamaica, and the tree thinks, oh, it's Jamaican. You understand? It's a wonderful, remarkable phenomenon, but the spirit is there. The African spirit is in Jamaican genes, arguably, although I don't want to get into all that, but arguably more than any of the other islands.
It's the island that went through the worst as well. When you think about it, we went through the worst, because even, is it Dr. Joy DeGruy? And she talks about Jamaica and, what we went through as a people, our ancestors. Yeah. It's actually a miracle. I mean, just with everything that we are still here, and so much creativity comes from Africa. You look at the music, you look at the fashion, you look at, the food, everything. Where it come from? Not Jamaica?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a wonderful, amazing place. It really is.
Yeah, we're not knocking any other countries, because
I was just going to say that.
We're one. We are one.
I was just about to say, rather than having the, us all separate islands, this and that, separate continents, we're native. We're native people. We're indigenous people. And if we can kind of come underneath that umbrella, I think that will bring us closer to unity than anything else. That's my opinion.
Definitely.
Fantastic. Miss T, what is that, a scarf you have? I can't zoom in. Is that a beautiful scarf? It looks really nice.
You can't see it around there. You have to look around this one.
Yeah, come closer.
There you go.
Okay,
my
nice.
Scarf.
Yeah.
I thought I'd copy the lady on my top.
So those who are not watching us, Miss T has a colourful head wrap on her head.
Yes, it's a wrap,
and
isn't it?
she's got locks, and her hair is pinned up, and she's got a top that is similar colour, which is like purple, green, white, and tie. It's like a tie-dye with red, and then she's got a beautiful empress right in the front of her top, and she's reflecting that image. So that's how she's dressed right now, with some blue jeans and some Converse.
Oh my gosh, no.
No, it's not Converse.
Love the jeans. Got to say, I love the jeans.
Oh, thank you.
Love it. Absolutely.
I can be a model too,
Yeah, she's actually a model. She's a model.
She's a joker. No, Kaz is a model. I'm not
a model. Me too sharp to be a model. I don't fit that criteria. I'm just saying. But anyway.
I should be the judge of that. I should be the judge anyway.
Okay. But, in terms of we just mentioned about Dr. Joy DeGruy. Now, her book called A Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. What's your views on that book? How, do you think her philosophy in terms of the post-traumatic slave syndrome is a real thing? Because when you think about with mental health, they got the post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, disorder, yeah.
Do you think this is something that they should actually consider to be like a mental health issue as such?
You've asked some very good questions. Both of you have put some very good questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I do have a responsibility to be a bit diplomatic in my answers.
Of
but
course.
I tend to wear my heart on my sleeve. Well, I don't wear. It's not about wearing my heart on my sleeve. I tend to be quite honest. So I'm going to answer it this way: when certain phenomena affect different groups, it's credible, authentic, but when it affects us, it's kind of or other groups, let's put it that way, it seems to be just a discussion point. I'll give you an example. So the sad and unfortunate death and murder of Sarah Everard, right? And you've got this corrupt policeman. We've been talking about corruption in the police force for for decades, you understand? And nobody's not having, no one's they just think, okay, we're just talking about it.
Okay.
Stephen Lawrence, even when you saw Steve McQueen, okay, we're not going to go too much into it, but his attempt at explaining about the Mangrove 9, right? And the corruption in the police force, right? This is the 70s. But all the time it's dismissed, although they did win their case. But all of a sudden, the Sarah, the poor unfortunate death of Sarah, and then it's like becomes a talking point, and the whole thing's under review, and Officer Dick is making recommendations. So just like that, post-traumatic slave syndrome. Of course it exists, and of course people are going to be traumatized. We're human beings, The deep implications of that is, how far does it go? Have we passed that on to our children? Does our children pass it on to their children? At what point does the syndrome become healed? At what point do we use our African history as therapy to get over this trauma? Because that's what we're actually doing now. So yes, it does exist. And unfortunately, if you don't have knowledge of self and that earth, we're talking about the root, you will become a victim of that syndrome and lick shut upon your brethren, or not your brethren, just upon your peers, you understand? And get into this, which is what's happening in like places like Brazil and Africa, in America, and, on the streets, where, our youth don't respect each other,
But then that goes back to the quote by Marcus Garvey: "A people without knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots." So it really amplifies what you're actually really saying. That just really just like chops it all up and makes it make sense. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, for real. Wow. For real. So it does exist. So to answer your question, it does exist.
Yeah.
What do I think about it? I think we have to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
What do I think other people think about it? They dismiss it, because it's convenient for them to dismiss it. At the same time, they know it's there. That's why they hold on to their handbags when we get into the lift. That's why they get a bit paranoid, like, when are these people going to wake up? I kind of, like I said, shouldn't be answering my questions as honestly as I do.
No, but we love that because you're being transparent. And I think this is the
you're stopping me from getting my knighthood. I was going to get a knighthood. I think that apparently was on the cards. But anyway.
It's still on the cards.
Hello, Queenie. Hope you're getting better. Anyway,
anyway, but the time is almost approaching 6 o'clock, and we do want to listen to your track that you've got out there. We are going to play that after the break. But before we do so, can you just tell us a bit about I Have a Song? In fact, you know what? Just pin that. Those who are listening, those who are watching, don't go anywhere, because we are going to continue this conversation right after the adverts. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is Blaze, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
What up, though? This is your girl, Coco St. James, hailing all the way from Detroit, Michigan, USA. And you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to music.
This is Angela Johnson, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for iLive Radio, your #1 source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits from soul, reggae, gospel, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and everything in between. Download the iLive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Zims, and I'm inviting you to join me for choir practice every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. on iLive UK. Choir practice will be bringing you music from a variety of groups, choirs, and solo artists, everything from Mississippi Mass Choir to House Gospel Choir. So join me Mondays, 7 to 8 p.m. on iLive UK. Told you I was coming.
Works with V Swizzle. She's a hip-hop geek influenced by Dilla Beats. Tune into her show each and every Monday, 8 till 10 p.m. on iLive Radio UK, where the vibe is funky, chunky beats, interwoven with lost funk hits for sound innovation. This is Lightworks with B Swizzle on iLive Radio UK.
Tune in to JC's Progressive Soul every Monday, 10 till midnight with me, JC, playing the best in soul and soulful hip-hop, from the classic to the rare, blended with the neo and progressive, celebrating legends past and present. That's JC's Progressive Soul every Monday, 10 p.m. till midnight.
Illusion. We're starting up, now we're on our way.
Hi, I'm DJ Illusion. Join me every Tuesday between 7 and 9 p.m. UK time, right here on iLive Radio with The Flashback Show, changing the way you listen to music.
Yeah, iLive Radio.
The Flashback Show, across the World Wide Web.
iLive Radio.
The days when the nights we
Yo. Remember to look into the Marvelous Show every Wednesday 7 till 9. Well, I'll be playing R&B, hip-hop, bashment, garage, you name it, some of the old school classics. And I'll also be bringing you some new stuff as well. So you know what to do. Look in the Marvelous Show till 9. Yeah. Look in the Marvelous Show Wednesdays. iLive Radio.
iLive UK want to hear from you. You can get involved by calling us on 0208 638 8503, or you can send a WhatsApp message, text only, to 07 564 265 257. You can watch us live on YouTube and Mixcloud, and whenever you miss a show, you can listen back via Apple and Google Podcasts. Don't forget to download our iLive Radio Network app from the Google Store and take us on the road with you. It's iLive UK across all platforms, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
iLive Radio.
iLive Radio. Changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
Yeah. Big up our massive our crew. Cause in the end, love is all we need. It is. How does it feel to finally be free? Wonder will I ever know? Sometimes I dream of how it would be to have a life that I own. Look at me, what do you see? Is there you understand my story? All I want is love for someone else to see. If you took the time, I have a song, yeah. So long, I've been searching something that I'm probably not meant to find. No matter how hard it gets, no matter when the tears fall, nothing can stop us from trying. No. When you look at me, what do you see? Do you understand my story? All I want is love, someone else to see. And if you took the time, I have a song. Some call me a villain, some favor alien. Make me walk 1,000,000 miles to be free. Just to make a living and stop the killing and spread a little loving, cause love is all we need. At the ends cause love conquers all. United we stand and divided we fall. A time when no we see at the time we stand tall. Me I look to one of you answer the call. When you look at me,
What do you see? Do you understand my story? All I want is love, someone else to see. If you took the time, I have a song.
Big tune, big tune, big tune. We have playing under us, I Have a Song by our guest, Dr. Jak Beula, right in the studio via Zoom, of course. But guys, what a tune. We see you, all of you that's in the Mixcloud room, all of you silent listeners, big up yourself. What is your story? Do you have a song? Does the world need to know about you? Come on, let us know. Yes, sir. Thank you. So tell us about this track. Come on.
Thank you so much for giving it away. There was a longer version I was giving you the exclusive to. I wish you played that. That would have been nice.
You know something? I didn't actually receive it.
Oh, didn't you receive it?
We wouldn't do that to you.
But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play it next week.
Okay.
See, that means you're gonna have to tune in next week.
I'll tune in, absolutely, and I certainly will.
And
so
then,
this tune's called I Have a Song, and your introduction was really, really good because it does explain what the whole thesis is about, is what is your story, what is your experience, what is your song? And it was written as a fundraiser for the War Memorial, for the nurses, not the War Memorial, the nurses Memorial.
and
Actually,
that's for the Commonwealth and the Caribbean nurses, etc. Right?
Yeah, it was written by Eric Roberson, who's a Grammy Award artist that's actually singing on the track. So it was written by him for a track for a film which starred Mary J. Blige.
Oh, is that the prison song? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
have you seen that?
Yeah. Okay. Bad film still. I didn't even. You know what? I'm a big fan of Mary J. Blige. So when I saw her playing the mum, and I was like, "Yo, listen, Mary, bad." Anyway, it's all about. Yeah, she bad.
So this was the backing track to it. This was the track. I Have a Song. Yeah, and it's people need to go and see the film, but we recorded it once and then we re-recorded it, and so this is the remix.
Okay, so how did that opportunity? Sorry, we're missing a crucial part.
Yes.
How did the connection come with you and Eric?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm a musician. Remember, I told you all of these plaques and books and stuff are just extensions of my music. So I used to be managed by a man called Don Taylor, who managed Bob Marley and Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, that's big.
So he used to be a manager of mine as well. And obviously didn't do a good job because I got into plaques and board games instead of being a superstar. But anyway.
No, that was just not your destiny, but you still managed to make music.
You had to bring the legacy for all of our Nubians.
Yes, that's very true. So how did the Eric Roberson thing come about was we wanted to do a song for the War Memorial, Miss T, and we were looking for songs, and all sorts of songs came up, like Where Have All the Flowers Gone, and all sorts of wonderful songs. And then this song came to us, and me and my beautiful sister Kisheniwa were saying, oh my God, no, first of all, she wrote off to Eric and said, Eric, please, we're trying to do a fundraiser for the memorial, listen to this, can we record your song as a tribute? So he done his research on us and said, yeah man, you can record the song. So then Kisheni did some research, Kaz, and found that Eric Roberson was coming to London. This is 2016. And I remember, trust me, this is the magic of life, And I tell you, I remember us sitting with our homeopathic remedies, right? Saying, wouldn't it be great if Eric could record the song with us, record the song with you, Jak? And I swear we were just cracking up laughing, thinking, how absurd, this is madness. He's already given us permission. 6 months later, he was in the back of my car. I was going on the way to the hotel with Kisheni in the back of the car. He could make me cry, I swear to God. could make me tear up.
Yeah,
He could make me tear up. With him back, and we was taking him to the studio to record it. That's the magic of life.
That's beautiful. But you know what I love about that story is you spoke into existence, because you didn't say, "Oh no, that would never happen." You just made a joke. It's almost like you laughed about it, and it's like the Almighty already knew that it was already there. You just had to get in line.
Yep.
Exactly. But here's the thing. I'm speaking into existence today, winning the Euro lottery. I wish it.
Yay!
Amen. I've got a long shopping list.
And you can give me a couple of meals as well while you're at it. And this is being recorded, and we do have witnesses. We have over 100 odd people listening now. So yes, he did say it. Jack, Dr. Jack, what did you just say? You're going to win the meals, and you're going to do what for me and Tarina?
And I'm going to share it. I'm going to share. Oh, of course I would.
So how much are you giving us?
Yes.
A lot.
He just said yes.
Just said yes.
Just said yes.
Of course I will. Not all of it. Hang on.
We never said all of it. We're not greedy like that.
A lot of it, you can have a good portion of it. You can have a good portion.
Thanking you in
advance. If you both come to me of Jamaica, if you both come with me,
we're there. Jamaica. We've already come. We're already there. It's already happened.
I didn't actually tell you that I'm from my father's from Trelawney. I love Yam Country.
Oh, really?
Yes. So when I do go to Jamaica, I go to Trelawney.
It's written in the stars. I can see it now. We're on the beach. Pina coladas.
What, 876, Beach 876, yeah?
Hey.
Beach 876 is in Trelawney, because we've got a house just in Trelawney, and my beach is 876. My family's not from Trelawney, but they purchased a house in Trelawney because it's a lot more calmer. Yes, it's a beautiful part of the island. Yes, and it's easy to get to, to the highway, to be able to get to Kingston, etc., to get to Ochi, etc. It's a nice location. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yes, I will say that.
You know a place called Wait a Bit? Do you know Wait a Bit?
Wait a Bit?
Yes.
In Trelawney.
Yes.
Yeah, you know it.
We know it.
Listen, some of these towns, I wanted to write a book about some of the towns that I saw, but Wait a Bit was...
So what happened to Wait a Bit?
The town is called Wait a Bit.
What do you mean?
Yeah. That's what it's called. Wait a Bit.
Yeah.
That's where we're from. Wait a Bit in Trelawney, sis.
Wait
Real
a
talk.
bit.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So my question is this. Who is your hero?
Okay, so my hero is my grandmother, without a shadow of a doubt. The person who molded me, shaped me, gave me a moral compass to be who I am. Johnny Alexander Beula Dodd, aka Jak Beula. So, Granny, take a bow. Other people, there's a guy called George Washington Carver, and he's a special dude because he came up with a number of inventions from the peanut, from the single peanut, and from the potato. He was able to make like shoe polish and soap and wax, and of course peanut butter. All comes from this brother, and he gave it all away. Yeah, Miss T gave it all away. He didn't patent the stuff. He was a philanthropic giver. I'm not so sure he should have done that as a part capitalist, because I still am a socialist capitalist. It's all about making dollars to recycle to give to our community. But he is a proper hero, and of course Messiah, Marcus Messiah Garvey. You can't get much greater than him. You know what? There's a song. In my yard, there's a picture on the wall. Rastafari sit upon his throne. His Majesty is a hero of mine, His Imperial Majesty, because I think the manifestation of that man's mysticism and magic has not yet been properly understood. Try telling that to most our parents' our parents' generation, Kaz. They're going to say, I know, I'm not going to say what my grandmother used to say.
Well, you can give us the clean version.
Well, the clean version is him used to feed the lions before he fed his people. That kind of mythology. You understand? But an amazing man whose story, you speak about mysticism and magic, black magic. That man's life is a prophecy. And I mean, like, when something's meant to be, because remember this, none of us are perfect.
That's right.
Kaz.
Yeah.
We're flawed. That's the beauty of imperfection.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I've just had a cup of tea brought to me.
What a way you privileging.
And it's herbal tea.
But wifey bring it for you. Wifey, bring it for
Here
you.
you go.
Big up wifey.
Big up wifey.
Big up wifey. Behind every great
man is a great woman. Greater.
I would say greater, you know.
It's a complicated story.
Don't, Jack.
I am an African in the most traditional sense. That is all I'm going to say.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Hence our trip to Jamaica with the two of you. Anyway,
you know what?
You're wrong.
You're out of order.
But yes,
dog like we. I went up anyway. Let me just knock.
We must go, and he sips tea. Watch him.
So what's next for you, sir? What you got coming up next? Because you mentioned about you going States to do the plaque, but what else is actually going to be happening with yourself?
We're gonna do a new run of the board game.
I'm so glad you said that.
Honestly, Miss T,
Jack, you know I do eBay, right? And I went to go and see if I could find. Do you know how much they are on eBay?
You know the people that listen.
What did you see? What did you see?
£200.
Yep.
We said the devil is a liar.
That's nothing. There's nothing. I can tell you, if you do a proper research, you'll see one game, one original. This is from the original 1000 batch, which was sealed. Went for a 5-figure sum. A 4-figure sum, close to 5 figures, from an African American. Yes.
That's amazing. That legacy speaks for itself anyway. Anybody that gets your hands on that, hold on to it tightly.
To be fair, that was the only. That's from the original batch of the 1000. Remember?
Yeah.
The European version. And since then, obviously, we've done 119,000 more of different versions, because we've done 6 versions, by the way. I should actually get some and show you, but not enough time. But yeah. We're going to do a new version of the game. It's going to be called the Transatlantic Edition, and it's going to be the most updated, most exciting, most marketable version of the lot.
That sounds amazing. So how can our listeners, how can our viewers, how can they follow you to be updated? You know, because obviously they've got to to be in the loop, they've got to be following you, right? So what's your social media handles? So
all my handles are the same, Nubian Jak.
Okay.
At Nubian Jak. We have a website, which is nubianjak.org, O-R-G, or .com. And in there, you can see the work that we do, which I think you visited. But we also have a shop, and they can get the book there. www.nubianjak, Jak is spelled J-A-K, no C in Jack. We gave our C to charity. So nubianjak.org.
Amazing. Do you have any quotes that motivates you? Do you have anything that you know, like obviously we do affirmations, etc. But do you have any specific quotes by particular individuals that actually motivates you?
I can't pop one out now, but I mean, I am, so therefore we are, and we are. So the Sankofa quote there. That's the most obvious. Together we're stronger. That's pretty much it. Man, know thyself. Women are gorgeous. Single women are even more gorgeous. Single women who are black and long legs are even more gorgeous.
Listeners, are you listening to this? Okay. When was what's your birthday? What star sign you is?
I'm born on the 4th of July.
Oh God. That's what.
Stop it. What's wrong with that?
Is that Cancer?
It's Cancerian, isn't it? Water sign.
Yeah, I am a water sign.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm why? Excuse me, I don't believe in all this.
We're just saying.
We're just asking questions, you know. We're just feeling you out, you know. That's what we do as women.
Okay, so let's play this then. What's your sign?
We are Scorpios.
Scorpios. Okay. Are we compatible?
Yes, we are, because we're all water signs. Yeah.
I knew it. I'm getting the tickets, man.
So you take us and you give us money. People in here, we are get money because I'm going to win the Euro Million. So I'm going to give me and Miss T a couple of mils each. And then he's going to buy a ticket.
Yes.
You just said yes. Okay. So
I did say yes, but not quite a couple of mil, because there might be only a couple of mil in the pot. So
we'll
work it out.
Okay, we'll work it out. Yeah, we're not greedy like that. We're just not those type of chicks anyway. But we're quite cool, you know. Like
no, we're not quite. We're very.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're both very beautiful. Sorry to give you that boring adage again. You are very attractive.
Oh, thank you. gosh, I
thank
start to
you.
blush, and they say black people don't blush,
I
and I
do.
see my cheeks then go red and thing. You get me? But anyway, is there any questions from anybody else in the chat, Miss T? Anybody that wants to ask Dr. Jack any questions?
Oh, let me have a look on this one. Oh, yep, we have a question. Hold on a second.
What's the significance of what?
No, that one was answered. Ooh, somebody would like to know, are there any documentaries or kind of like filmed things that they can go and watch about you and your story?
That's amazing. Yeah, they can. They can go to YouTube and type in Nubian Jak, and there's quite a few films on the work that I do.
Excellent.
Amazing.
So go to YouTube.
Yeah, just go to YouTube and just type in Nubian Jak, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And any more questions?
One moment, please.
So what challenges have you actually experienced, and how did you overcome it? I mean, obviously, when you've done the board game, you must have come across some form of challenges. What was it like in terms of putting it all together?
There's always challenges. I couldn't get the name. The original name I wanted, Kaz, was Union Black. I wanted to call the board game Union Black. And the ancestors had something else in mind. I couldn't get that name legally because there's a game called Union. So I called it Nubian Jak. So there's always challenges, and life is a challenge, right? You shouldn't look at challenges. You should look at challenges as workouts. You know, have you ever worked out, right? And you wanted to jog a mile, and a mile was a struggle, and then you did a mile, and suddenly 2 miles, and then and then you're running a marathon.
Yeah.
So it's just a workout, really. It's a mental attitude, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that, because at the end of the day, everything that happens is a lesson. It's like, what's the lesson in that? What did I do, and what would I have done differently? And I think the quicker we start to understand life like that, it will become a lot more simple. More simpler.
Absolutely. We have another question. Person says they understand that the game has 2 to 24 players.
Yes.
What about for children? What's the ages for children? Can they play?
Okay, so 2 to 24 is the amount of people that can play it. The children. The game is actually for 11 and over. So 11 to adult is the thing. But if we should do an actual younger version, and we've got an app for that which children can play, and that's a phone app. You can go to Android, go to Google Store, type in Nubian Jak 3D, and you can buy Nubian Jak on your phone.
Oh, wicked! That's brilliant.
Nubian Jak 3D, and you can get, and the children obviously can play it while you watch TV.
Amazing.
Or parents can get involved with what their children are doing and learn something as well with them.
Yeah, because the thing is, I think as parents as well, a lot of us, like I said, I didn't start learning more about my culture until like in my 40s. And I want to also big up Mr. Riggs, because he also gave me a lot of guidance and teaching within that area as well. But we can't really get upset with our parents if they haven't been given that information as well. So going back to your board game, I think it's so important that family takes part in this and do this together collectively.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Okay.
So I'll be getting that out. That'll probably be in January or February now, because I don't think we'll make Christmas.
Right.
Because I want to produce it in China. I want to produce it in China because it's more cost effective.
Okay.
And then next year, please, Ja, we will have the 7th incarnation of Nubian Jak, 7th edition. Yeah.
That number 7 again.
That's
completion.
my favourite number.
Thank you.
That's actually my favourite number.
We've been doing
777. 11. Right.
Manifesting money.
We're manifesting money. We're manifesting. Yeah. And you're gonna win the Euro Million. So we get our money tonight, y'all. Whoa. Just to seal the deal. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Jak, for giving us your time this evening. And guys, do make sure you are following on all his platforms. It's Nubian Jak, JAK, not with a JACK. Because remember, he said he gave the seed to charity.
That's right. And also, please check out all the art installations. There's one at Brixton that honours all our veterans, and then the one at Whittington Hospital that was erected in September.
September the 13th. 13th of September, just of recent, right? And then, of course, guys, we have a competition taking place. So if you was listening intently, you might have the opportunity to be able to win one of the books that he's just done.
And that is more than a clap as well. I just wanted to say thank you so much for that.
What is the question you're going to ask, by the way? And just to say, Miss T, it was the 22nd of June 2017 for the memorial statue. I think that's what Miss T was trying to say for the Brixton statue. But
apologies,
what is the question? Yes. What is the question you're going to ask? Have you got a question, or would you like me to ask a question?
No, we've already got that sorted. You're going to just... Okay. Yeah, we got that sorted. It's a whole... Okay. We do game shows.
Oh,
yeah, we do a game show. Like, it's proper. Like, all right.
Excited.
Okay, so you got to keep it quiet, yeah? All right.
Ask me a question, then, because I love game shows.
All right.
Actually, I've been on your show too long. Let me go now.
Yes! Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hour that you've all been waiting for. This is the competition that you have got an opportunity to win the Nubian Jak recent book. Okay, so in order for you to take part in this competition, you do need to make a note of this telephone number, which is 0208-638-8503. Now, the first person to contact us live at the studio, what year did the Nubian Jak board game release? Was it in 1998? Was it in 2001? Or was it in 1994? Now, the second part of the question of this game quiz, people without knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. Who made this statement? Was it Marcus Garvey? Was it Dr. Jak Beula? Or was it Malcolm X? The phone line is open, and all the best to you. Yeah, so basically we're just waiting for somebody to bring in.
Cool.
Yeah, they've just got to call, and then they will...
Lines are open.
And the lines are open. So
should we give them the number again?
I don't think we should give them a number again.
No,
I mean, you can't actually put the answer into the group chat. You have to phone in. You have to call in. And are you going to sign the book as well, Dr. Jak?
I 100% will do that, but I have to know who to sign it to. So
yeah, we're going to get the information, because once that person calls in, they're going to email us their details, and then we will be able to give you the address, etc. And we'll CC you, your assistant will let them know, and then everything will be organised accordingly.
Yes. Can we also say special hello to Coral, because she's been amazing, hasn't she?
Yeah, big up yourself, Coral. Listen, Coral made this happen, you know.
Yes.
Coral is, listen,
yo. Hold on, Coral, but also Kwame.
Yes, Kwame, because Kwame is the one that told us to interview you.
Oh,
yeah, Kwame McPherson.
Yeah, guy.
Huh. Yes.
Yeah, big things, man. I just want to say thank you so much for accepting our invitation. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be with Now Chat Show on iLive UK. So we really, really respect that, and thank you so much once again for everything that you are doing within our community.
Thank you very much. Can I go now then?
Yeah, actually your timer is up. You did say 6:30, because you have other meetings. So we appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, darling.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that something? I mean, he's just so amazing,
He's just really down to earth. Like, I thought he was going to be a bit more bougie.
Bougie? What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say, babe?
You know, sometimes people that do great works like that, they're not very approachable.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know?
Yeah.
They're a bit, I don't know.
Like, not transparent.
Bit speaky spokey, like, I'm better than you. Like, I'm doing all these wonderful things, darling.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
He definitely was not that.
No, he wasn't.
But anyway, guys, we're just going to go over this again, because we don't understand why you have not been calling in. So we're just going to go over the questions. And guys, don't be shy. You know, if you get it wrong, you can always try again, because that's just how life is. Okay, so the first question is, okay, first and foremost, the phone number that you need to contact us is 0208 638 8503. Now, the questions to the quiz to be able to win the book is, what year did Nubian Jak board game release? Was it in 1998? Was it in 2001? Or was it in 1994? I think he said 1994 is when they made the introduction, and it went out in... Anyway, people without knowledge of their past history, origin and culture is like a tree without roots. Now, who made that statement? Was it Marcus Garvey? Was it that Dr. Jak? Or was it Malcolm X? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we see a lot of you right now, watching us right now, and we don't understand why you're not calling the studio. The number is 0208 638 8503. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please do not be shy, because we do not bite, do we?
Yeah, there's no reason to be shy.
I mean, do we bite?
No.
You sure?
No, positive.
But babe, you know what? I've got something for you. You know, I've got a little something for you.
Is it?
Yeah. Listen.
Is it a tune?
Listen.
Woo!
Hey!
Western featuring Leela Ike. Come on.
Anything you want, anything you need, all you have to do is call up. I got you, you got me. Go for you, me give it all up. You the real deal, you know what.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
You know how to talk in your belly, girl. Are you ready, girl? I mean that you gonna run to. Nobody do the things how I touch you. Me are the one to. When you need me, know me gon' come true. My one gonna see no. Can't let go, you keep her. Me never wanna leave you. Oh no, don't do between us. I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl.
You may be a bit jumping at the Mercedes. Anything you want, you have to get it in the lady. You a keeper, yeah, let's put your feet up. I'ma do exactly what you need, you a sweet one. Show it to my mom's, yeah, team she done. Background checks, now my doggies ain't see that. If she sat down vex, all I wanna do is feed her. My sugar dumpling, that's exactly why I need her. So I'ma put the work in, I'll make it perfect. If I answer the phone, it's come working. I will never leave you, girl. I just wanna please you, girl.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl. I'll never leave you, girl.
If this world were mine, I would give it up to you. I don't mind rain or shine, girl, you know I'm stuck with you. And you know because all the time you're on my mind. If you hold me down, I'll hold you tight. No, overstanding, bona fide. Don't tell me no lie. I tell me, do you need me? Catching them feelings. Charlotte, baby, you know it's about time. I'ma hit you when I'm back from outside.
Can't let go, you keep her. Me never wanna leave you. Oh no, don't do between us. I'll never leave you, girl. 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 This moment, I belong to you. You're so sweet
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
And it's all because I'm working on my energy. Cleaning up, I'm taking care of myself and me. Drinking coffee, take a sip, they say I'm sparkling. Manifest, I write it down, you know it's happening. Can't be real fine. You know I gotta stay. Got my skincare, yeah, I glow shine. You can see me from the moon. From the moon, yeah. How you been wasting your time? Yeah, you worry about the way I've been running this vibe. Only interested in doing the things that I like. And the things I like on me. Cause last year was a mess, but I'm growing up. Thanking God that I'm so blessed, yeah, show me love. Said, girl, don't cheat yourself on this, get your glow up. And it's all because I'm working on my energy. Cleaning up, I'm taking care of myself and me. Drinking coffee, take a sip, they say I'm sparkling. Manifest, I write it down, you know it's happening. And I eat anything that I want. I got a belly, got a booty, got that dun-dun-dun. I'm on the grind, I level up, I do it just for fun. See you watching, take a picture, then a last for love. Cause we don't deal with drama. Nah, nah, you wanna hit, you gon' get karma. Nah, nah, we living big, we gon' get nana.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
Yeah, I beat my face, moving fast cause I Uber on the way. Taking pictures, make sure you can see no less. That wig secure like the money in a safe. I look like babe, now I'm on the way. Let you know when I'm about a mile away. When I'm outside, please don't make me wait. The party's starting when we pull up to the gate. Girl, we so late. I'm just with the crew. We ain't out here looking for boo. Cause some nights be better with you. It's a homie, something kind of mood. And tonight we on 100. No drop out, no baby, my buff keeping it cute. That's just what I do. And that's just how we do it. Yeah, that's just how we do it. You like it what I do. Know how to keep it cool. And that's just how we do it. Yeah, that's just how we do it. And you can do it too. No complaints. Left the heels at home, I'm on my sneaker game. He say, where you from? Tell him out of space. Cause the back the only thing I'm trying to chase. I'm in my head. Just tell the DJ, press play, rewind, keep it on repeat. Tiptoe around the hater, I'm light on my feet. That's how you do it, keep stunting on your enemies. Good vibes only. I'm just with the crew. We ain't out here looking for boo. Cause some nights be better with you. It's a homie, lonely kind of mood. And tonight we on 100. No drop out, no baby, my buff keeping it cute. You do. And that's just how we do.
Hey, I really like these young girls, you know. Some of this music out there, I mean, I'm a bit particular about music, but we had your Western and Leela Ike, right?
Big tune. Only
that
released yesterday.
Yeah, released yesterday.
So check out the video on YouTube. Shawnee B had them on yesterday.
It was a whole vibe.
It was
on Capital One Extra. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not telling you guys to go over to Capital One Extra because you are here at iLive UK. You know where you're supposed to be. iLive UK. We love you, Sean. Well, Morris, me know you like Morris because me know him since we was 12. You know, he was the school DJ. Yeah, bro was going in bad from them days there still. But anyway, yeah, guys, that was Chloe X and Halle, and before that we had. Who do we have? Yeah, Tyler Jane. My Energy. Yeah, it's all about my energy. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Big tune. Brandy and MC Light and Queen Latifah. And, oh mate, yo.
The video was epic. The remix.
Listen, the remix was sick. Yeah. Yo, guys, listen. I don't understand how nobody has actually called in to win the competition. Like, I don't understand. Like, Do you guys understand the nation? What was it? The book's called
Nursing a Nation.
Nursing a Nation, and you get to hear about various different nurses' stories. You know, like women that have come here from the Commonwealth and come from the Caribbean, and they're going to give you insight. And do you know, Dr. Jak has actually sponsored us, giving this book as a gift in kind.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, ladies
it's
and
a heavyweight
gentlemen,
book.
it's a
Come
heavyweight.
on.
So. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hour that you have been waiting for. Now, the phone lines is open, but don't all just phone in at once. Now, what year did Nubian Jak board game, when did it release? Was it in 2001? Was it in 1998? Or was it in 1994? What's the phone number that people need to call us in? Miss T. 0208 638 8503. You took too long, girl. Anyway, a people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Who made that statement? Was it Marcus Garvey, Dr. Jak Beula, or was it Malcolm X?
I know the answer. And all of you should know the answer too. Come on. All right, listen. Thank you. I was just about to say she's gonna mad me in a minute.
Listen. caller. Keep it nice and clean. You are live on iLive Radio. You know what, guys? I'm gonna keep it real. I really don't know how I'm stopping this right now because the thing is just doing a replay. Like it's just doing its own thing. Okay, let me just turn this down. Okay. All right. So who do we have on the line? Hello.
Hi, Carol. It's Debbie.
Debbie, it's Miss Kazmak, and you're speaking to Miss T. How are you doing, young queen?
Hi, Miss T. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
And okay, so Debbie, you believe
Debbie.
that you've got the answer to this question?
Come on, Debbie.
Now, Debs is one of my girls. I'm just telling you, my foundation brethren like that. You get me? So from when people are phoning and say, Carol, you don't know, say they know me from long time. You get me?
Listen, no. What do the young people say? No capping. We keep it real. 100.
Yep. All right. So Debs, okay, you're doing this for us, you know.
I know.
All right. So no pressure.
Come on, Debs.
And I cannot even give you like. Anyway, no, I can't. Just make it. Just
tell her to give us a bringing, innit? Talk to my baba. Tell her to give us a bringing.
All right. Where's my goddaughter? Where is she? Is she there?
She's not in the room, but the baby is.
Is my baby there? Oh my God, the baby's there. Anyway, all right, let's get to the competition. Okay. All right. So, Debbie, what year did Nubian Jak board game release? Was it in 1998? Was it in 2001? Or was it in 1994?
1994.
Boom! Come on, Debbie.
I was listening keenly.
Go on, big up yourself. We
love that.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're getting to the next part. Debbie, this is a tricky one, you know. It's a tricky one.
She's got this.
All right, we know you got this. A people without knowledge of their past history, origin, culture is like a tree without roots. Who made that statement? Was it Marcus Garvey, Dr. Jak Beula, or was it Malcolm X?
I think it was Garvey.
Yeah, come on. Say it louder. Say it louder.
Say it again.
I hope it was Garvey, otherwise I was like...
Everybody, you hope you know it was Garvey. Come on.
You are the winner. You're the winner. Okay, so guess what we're going to do? You don't even have to tell. No, you can just email me. Well, I don't even know. Listen, I'm going to make it official, so I will send the email.
Proper team, don't
yeah,
forget
we got to do it
yourself.
properly. Yeah, I was just going to say, just message me in it, but like, no. And I will send the details over to Coral, because I know you are listening right now, and then we will get the signed copy book sent to your home address. And we know you love reading, because you're just intellectually intelligent like that.
And you can read us the bit from the
Queen.
Queen.
From the Queen.
Yeah,
so
'cause
you
I
can
really want to
phone
know
in
that.
next week and tell us what the Queen...
No,
next week.
privately, because he said he didn't want...
Oh,
he would have read
yeah.
it.
So
So
you
just
can't
for
even
us.
advertise that, babe.
Yeah.
Because then you've breached, I was going to
No,
say
but
data
to
protection,
support,
but there
listen,
not.
There's people out there clapping for NHS. Go buy the book.
Yeah.
Support Nubian Jak. He's been out here doing phenomenal things.
Come on now.
But
We got to
bless
support the
you,
man.
Debs.
We got to support the king, man. Trust. So how you finding the show so far? Listen, we need to get up. We need fresh air. We need water right now. Just keeping it real. But how you finding the show, babe?
Today or in general?
Oh, you know what? This is what I love about. This is what I'm saying about Foundation. You know, Foundation follows you, supports you. You get me, people? We don't just do like, oh, I'm just gonna play anyone. We support each other. So yeah, Debs. Well, going back to this, how you find the show today?
Don't crack me up. That was absolutely epic.
Whoa! Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. But we really appreciate that. But thank you so much, babe. I will get the book sent to you, so I will send you an email after the show. Maybe not straight away, because I do plan to maybe go out for a drink at the Hackney Social down there in Hackney. So if guys,
whose event is it?
It's Ben who does City Splash. I don't know about anybody that went down to City Splash, but this promoter, visionary, who actually visualized and had this whole concept about the City Splash event, which took place in September, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was September, because it was like after carnival-ish time. So yeah, and Debs, you didn't actually turn up, and you had opportunity to turn up.
Oh my gosh, you missed out, fam.
She knows.
Hey. No, like the day was epic. You could have turned up on your J's and you would have had an amazing time.
That's what I'm trying to tell people,
the atmosphere, the people, the music, the food, the everything.
Bad. And guess what, guys? Tickets are on sale now. Listen, get your early bird tickets. I think the early bird tickets are like, I don't even know. I haven't even checked.
Yeah, get them now.
But get your early bird ticket, because you don't want to miss out and then hear about it again. And then it's just like, oh gosh, I wish I went. You know what I mean? Like, we're giving you a heads up in 2021 for 2022. Yeah. I'm just saying. Don't be late, and don't get vexed when you don't turn up and you just seen pictures on social media and all of that, and you didn't even take part because whatever you anyway.
We're late.
Anyway, Debs.
Off the line now.
Yeah.
Debs is like, I'm going now.
Have you got any leaving words that you want to say to our listeners and those who are watching?
No, Cal, I'm putting it now. Keep up the good work, ladies.
Thank you. Bye, babe.
Kaz milked it, innit?
See you later, babe. I'll get that sorted for you.
Bye.
All right, later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, mate. How do you hang up? Oh, yeah, there we go.
No, that's what she wanted to do to you. Like, all right, can I go now?
Right?
They both done that. Can I go now?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Hold you by your coattails. Ooh. Come on.
Personality, but I got flavor too. You need to get with me. What you going through? I wanna be down.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
He was born 20 years ago, just a pimp toes. Every day new clothes. Look at the cut coupon. I wanna be all alone. It's just one of them days when I gotta be all alone. It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal. Wanna be all alone. Take my treat. I wanna take some time out to think things through. I know it always feels like I'm doing you wrong, but I'm so in love with you. So understand that I'm only in love, you're the only one I need. So have no thought that I want to leave, and
Miss T, I believe there's some birthday big ups that we have to do, right? Because our amazing Leah Charles King, who's like one of my mentors, she is actually officially announced that she is doing Place in the Sun. She is one of their new presenters, and it's her birthday. So we just want to say, big up yourself, Queen.
Chantel.
Chantel, Mama Boutique. We want to big up yourself. We honor you. Chantel is an amazing creative. She's got all her amazing garms. Modern African woman, modern African man.
Beautiful classic cuts.
Beautiful
material.
Over to her social media.
Yeah, and bless her for her Earth Strong. Come on,
man. Big up yourself, Chantal. Happy birthday. I also want to big up my cousin whose birthday is going to be on Tuesday. Big up yourself, Dave. Digi Vibes Production. Yeah, man. Big tune that you did with Busy Signal as well. I've been playing it majority of this year, but I will play it for you next week.
My niece is going to be 4. For Phoebe on the 25th of October. Wow. She's an amazing little girl.
In a couple of days' time.
She is, she's like reincarnated like my grandmother. Although my grandmother is still here, but she's like a little twin.
Oh,
so
that's
big up yourself, Phoebe.
Oh, big up yourself, Phoebe. And anybody else, if it's your birthday and you want us to make a big shout out to you, by all means do send us a message throughout the group, or you can just give us a call. You know, Deb's just done it.
Innit? We don't bite.
We don't bite. We really don't bite. We may try and keep
look how Jack like us. I'm sorry, Jack.
Jack love us. Him not like us. Him love us. You know, see the man want to take us on holiday and give us money, and him have woman. Anyway, you know, say he's gonna get 2 looks in his head. Anyway, you don't know already. Let him go on. We love you, Jack. We love you so much, Jack. You big up yourself, King. And to all of you are catching the replay, big up yourself. Thank you so much, because you could be anywhere else. But what else is actually happening?
What's happening this weekend?
I don't even know what's happening this weekend. What you got planned for this weekend?
I'm staying at home. I have family over, so that's what I will be doing.
Yeah.
But been going to that Hackney Social actually. Guys, listen. The whole it's opposite at Hackney Central
train station,
and
over
it's like you walk down the little alleyway, and when you get down the alleyway, right, you've got bars, you have got food, you have got stalls. It's amazing.
It's bad.
Do you know what I mean? So, and it's free. The music, the bar, you can walk in, there's music there. Last week was Robbo Ranks.
Yeah, Robbo Ranks was bad last week.
And yes, it does finish, it finishes around 10.
No, but tonight it's finishing at 12 o'clock.
There you go.
It finishes at 12. And tomorrow at the Hackney Social, they have crazy cousins down there. I think these are all free events. And all you have to do is follow them on social media. It's called Hackney Social.
Hackney Social.
And just say to Ben, you know, you've heard about the Hackney Central, Hackney Social. I'm telling you about the train station because I'm telling you how to get there in case you don't drive. Just let him know that you heard about it from Now Chat Show. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're going to get a discount on drinks or anything, but you don't know what that can, don't know what that weight can do for you, know, because we're kind of like big in the games. That's what we're telling ourselves. But until then, let's listen to something like this by Kelly Price and Aaron Hall.
When peeps give you love, there's nothing in this world that can set you free. Yeah. You feel me? Yo, G.
Here I am, all alone. Can't let them get the best of me.
Gotta let you know, love set you free.
In these walls, closing me slowly, but ain't no way they can hold me down. I won't allow it, 'cause I believe love sets you free.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
You're listening to
What it's like when shackles are on your feet. You're facing a hurricane. One more chapter in your journey. sunshine. Now I believe. Now I believe love will set you.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK. Yo, we getting excited in the studio, you know? Hey, two-step, everybody get up off your chairs. No! Me say, party I want. Hey!
Friend for all my life, I would not deny, like brothers in my mind. He, treasure of his heart, there upon his arm, eyes of midnight stars. I've been tempted by forbidden love before, but why must she be everything that I've been praying for? Now this burning in my heart will I ignore when I know that you'll be knocking at my door. Hey, why you messing with my feelings? Why you follow me? I can read the signs you're giving.
This is Now Chat Show on iLive UK.
Don't be playing with this fire. Why you follow me? Now she's dancing in the night, her body in the moonlight, too much for me to find. Now I'm lost within her arms, I'm careless with my heart, I'm weakened by her charm.
Yes, yes, big up yourself, BJ, Bossy Janelle out there. We see you.
Now I turn away for I'm afraid of what he'll find. She's the precious love for whom his heart beats for. But now she's always knocking at my door.
You know you're going on like you're in one dance, right? You know, I think I actually need to have my own dance. Like I need to have my own dance and be the DJ and be the mic man, and we just
And
do
the
a
selector,
whole
like
ladies
me.
takeover.
Come on.
Yeah, I think we should get.
should do
I
it.
think we should. You know what? Me and Stacey Dash, yeah, we are booked for Mixmaster J's big birthday like next week. I'm just saying to you people, if you don't know, I think it's a private thing, but we're going to be doing a team. We're doing like a set and everything. But anyway, guys, it's been great. It's been great serving you, the community, and those who are listening and catching the replay abroad. We just want to say big up yourself. Make sure you don't go anywhere because we have great shows straight after us. Yeah, it's Now Chat Show, Kazmak alongside Miss T. And we want to say
thank you so much. Look, I'm out of breath. We had a little rave.
Well, we'll see you next week, guys. Next week we have Quincy, the comedian, and
it's
we
gonna be
have
so much joke.
Bossy Janelle. Well, I'm going to stop calling her Bossy Janelle. I'm going to call her Boss Gal Janelle.
She's a boss.
She is a boss.
We love her.
Yeah, and big up to yourself. All right, then. Say nothing, guys.
Peace and love, guys.
All right.
Be safe.
Baby, let me explain to you what I'm saying.